Okay, alright, I'm back here on YouTube with a long form video. We're going back to basics. I think I got a little lost in the sauce of playing up being a college dropout. I am a college dropout. We're getting the authentic experience anyways. And I've got like 10 minutes before I gotta super get ready to work, so it's not gonna be a long video anyways. I just finished H.G. Wells' The Time Machine, and I need to talk about it. So, the basic plot is that there's the guy in London. I'm just pretty sure it's London. It's an old timey book. It seems like everything happens there in London. And what he does is he's like, I've already built a time machine. Okay. And then he says, I already traveled in it, and now I'm going to tell you about it. So you're hearing a recount of a time traveler's story. You're not getting to like see what a time traveler does that's really cool in real time. It's all in retrospect. We know he lives throughout the entire story, so there's not too much tension there. Um, he becomes best friends with this little girl named Wiener. Dude, come on. I think by far the coolest part of the book is when the Morlocks come in and they just tear off the heads of all the socialists. All the no, what is it? What's it called? Communists. They tear off the heads of all the communists. And that was really cool. I liked that. But that only happens like 2 hours into the book. It was only a 3 hour book. A 3 hour audiobook. So it's an afternoon read if you want it to be. It just took me a while because I can't hear it too well at work and stuff. Yeah, it all gets lost in the sauce. If what you want is like a genuine telling of a time travel story, just go watch Back to the Future. It's about the same duration as the book you'd listen to of the Time Machine. There's three of them, so you get to choose that. I think the author H.G. Wells himself is more interesting than any of the books he writes. I watched a 45-minute YouTube video on why H.G. Wells was such an interesting author, and that's what made me want to read The Time Machine in the first place. But then I was underwhelmed. Like, the dude is more interesting than what he writes. That's very rare. But what do I know? I'm just a fucking dropout. I think the fact that annoys me the most about this being the first instance of time travel used in a story is that it doesn't have to be time travel in the given story it's telling. You go to the Back to the Future, they use time travel throughout the entire movie. He goes back in time, he talks with his mom, there's consequences in the future. Like, it's what you'd expect of a time travel story. The story H.G. Wells, the story he tells, though, is just like, it's more so like the Narnia, kind of like, I'm in a new world, things are totally different. Bah, 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 bah. And it makes me think about our worlds differently. Bah, 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 bah. And I'm just thinking of, I'm like listening to it on my phone with my earbud at work. I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, I don't really care what you think. I'm here for a story, man. But H.G. Wells, he's this such smart, like, kind of pretentious science guy of an author. He's like, oh, this is our. He's so high. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Alright, whatever. That's the video. I think I have time to edit and upload this before I go to work, so I'm going to try to do that. Alright, I will see you guys in the next one. Comment down below a book I should actually like listen to that I might enjoy, because this was dreadful. This was painful. The beginning was good. I really liked the start of it, actually. But then it just got... I felt it just dragged on longer than it should have. Alright. Should have been a short story. I'll see you guys later.